So in this, I've assigned this PLC as 198.168.100.118, and the other PLC as the end. Everything is same except for 120 at the end. So these two PLCs are connected to an Ethernet hub, and this hub has been generated by the laptop. So all three are in the same hub itself, and this is the NI OPC server. So over here, as you can see, I've generated two devices, device 1 and device 2, which is like PLC 1 and 2. Individual IP address, I assigned individual IP address for both of them for the communication part. And these are the individual tags that have been used to operate the system, like such as start button, which will be on my LabView screen. So only if this start button is present, then only the system will start running. Then sensor status. So if both the sensors are operating, only then the sensor status will be on. Then so sensor 1 and sensor 2. So sensor 1 is basically the start sensor. Sensor 2 is the ending sensor. Motor status is if we'll get to know if the motor is running or no. And the check button is we'll get to know if this start button is on or off. So the HMI screen is same for both of them. So what I've done is like I've written PLC for which PLC is the controls for this one, and for like 120 is the for that PLC I have these controls. So now once I do it, so as you can see, this is sensor 1. So when I put finger, the sensor goes off. So this is the sensor 1. This is the sensor 2. And similarly for the other PLC, this is sensor 1. This is sensor 1, and as you can see on the LabView screen, it is gone. And then this is sensor 2. So you can see over that is sensor 2, this one. And what I'll do right now is I'll start the object. Okay, so I'm starting both of them, but once I place this object on the conveyor belt as a sensor is the first object, only then it will start. And it stops, so you get the motor status over here. So once again, if you'll be able to see it, so the motor is on and now the motor is off. And similarly, I've used the same logic for this sensor. So the motor keeps running and then it stops. So basically I'm controlling the entire thing by LabView. So, and if I don't turn this button on, so let's say I'm considering I've turned off this button, and even though I place an object over here, it won't start. So I don't have any physical button as such, but I have had a LabView button set up. So this doesn't work. So as soon as I turn on, the motor will start.